It's time to blow the lid off a huge myth in our culture, the idea that putting yourself first is selfish. Sure, no one wants to be that girl that truly thinks that the world should cater to her schedule and desires, but putting yourself first doesn't make you a terrible person. When you love someone else, it's natural to want to prioritize their desires and needs because we want to make them happy. But loving others doesn't mean that you can love yourself, too. The bottom line is that we have to take care of ourselves. The harsh reality is that you can't save anybody else and you definitely can't force the world to change. You're the only thing in this world that you have full control over. If you're running on E, you have no energy to put into others, so here are 12 reasons that putting your own physical/mental/emotional needs first puts you in the position to be selfless. The people you love the most love you back. You want your friends to be healthy, happy, and thriving, and they want the same for you. If you're beaten down physically and mentally, your irritability will start to affect not only yourself but also the ones you love. By spending time on yourself, you're able to put more energy into your relationships. If you love yourself, you'll know how to love other people. By spending time on yourself, you get to know yourself. Deep down, we're all the same. We're all vulnerable and tender, and we all have our passions and desires. If you're comfortable enough with your faults, you'll learn to love other people with theirs. You have to rest your star player if you want your team to succeed. You're the all-star of your team. No matter how strong your supporting players are, you still need to show up to do well. If you're stressed and burned out, you'll freeze and be unable to face your challenges. Sometimes you need to let go of your obligations, rest and recoup, and come back and face life like a boss. No one else will be able to save you. Your parents aren't coming to save you. Your college drinking gang won't come to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. No one's going to drop out of the stars and point you in the right direction. A knight in shining armor isn't going to come to swoop you off of your feet. You're all you've got, babe. There's no use complaining to whoever will listen, waiting for someone to make a change for you. So take the time and do the work for yourself and you will reap the benefits. Who knows, you may encourage your friends to do the same. You are the only one on this planet who can reach into the deepest depths of your soul and pull out every last spark of life that rests within it. You have to do it. It has to be you. No one is coming to save you, and no one will have to if you save yourself. You've got to refuel if you want to have something to offer. Stress, anxiety, and downright exhaustion take a major toll on your body and mind. To help your friends with their problems, you need to be fully present in the conversation. But if you push yourself to the absolute limit, you barely have enough energy to go through the motions. You can't change the world, but you sure as hell can change yourself. Life is a single-player game. If you truly want to be free, you must understand yourself. Develop a relationship with who you are. What you stand for. What your principles are. The only way you can help the world be a better place is by being a better person. Plain and simple. Everyone wants to change the way of the world, but many aren't willing to start with themselves. You have to take care of yourself first. Many of us have been taught not to be selfish or greedy. Although these values are infinitely important, it is equally important to remember that taking care of ourselves has to come first. We cannot help anyone in a deep and meaningful way if we are not okay. It's in our nature to be selfish. We often don't do things unless we can get something out of them, as well, so take care of your needs first. Only when you're taken care of can you help take care of others too. You don't live with your mom anymore. It doesn't matter why you're mad, sick, and tired. But honey, we're all there at one point or another. Always consider your feelings first, because no one else is going to. Mom isn't there anymore to make you meals and have your back no matter what, you have to make sure you're taken care of all by yourself. You aren't disregarding the needs of others. Just because you put your own needs first doesn't mean you're disregarding others. Even if you try to understand why they need what they need, you will no doubt realize that it's impossible to do so. You will realize that catering to others can only make you spiteful and resentful. Life is all about compromise.